We can speak to Kelly Huston, who is the Deputy Director of the Governor's Office of Emergency Services. She joins me now from Sacramento. Many thanks for speaking to us on TRT World. So talk us through the latest. How are emergency services in California coping with the fallout from the fires?
Well, it's been a very tough firefight for the last 2 weeks for many of the firefighters, and almost all the firefighters that are here are working 12-hour or in some cases 24-hour shifts. And this is early in the fire season for California. To have these fires start up at this size this early in July is pretty unusual. We don't see these size fires usually until September and even October, but for some reason this year it's been particularly difficult early in the season.
And you've had to bring in help from overseas to cope with this.
We brought in about 17 different states within the United States, which in itself is unusual because typically California we can take care of ourselves. But we've also asked for assistance and received it from Australia and New Zealand. And then we have the United States military also engaged in the firefight, which is basically signifies the magnitude of these fires.
All we see internationally is these pictures of fires burning and land burning. It looks devastating, but you were there. Talk us through how people are dealing with the situation. I mean, it happens year in, year out, but this year is probably the worst, would you say?
Well, this year's fire, the Mendocino complex, which is north of San Francisco, off the coast of California, is now been dubbed the largest fire in California's history, meaning it's burned the most acres. But the fires that have started recently, the most deadly is the Carr fire, which is north of that, up in a community called Redding. And up there, thousands of homes have burned, and there have been several fatalities associated with that. But, you know, this doesn't compare to what we saw last year in October, almost in the same area in the wine country of California in Sonoma County. We had over 8,000 homes burned. We had dozens of people that were killed. And it's this phenomenon we're seeing now, which we're calling the new normal, where Mother Nature is these fires are getting started and Mother Nature is blowing these fires at an epic rate through neighborhoods and into communities and burning a whole lot more than was ever seen in the past.
Given that we're seeing this more frequently, do you feel that authorities are prepared to deal with these fires, and are they providing enough support for the victims of the fires?
Yes, the President of the United States has authorized assistance to those folks who were impacted by the Carr fire in the north part of the state, and it's possible he's going to extend that into the Mendocino complex. We have all the firefighting resources that we can get, and our mutual aid system is very robust, but it does put a stress on the system. And what we're hoping is that what we're seeing now is not just a precursor to what we are going to get for the next couple of months, but California has learned a lot from wildfires, especially over the last couple of years. After coming out of a 5-year drought and seeing these tinder dry conditions in California, it's the new norm, and we've made adjustments and we're doing things differently in firefighting than we did just 10 years ago.
Kelly Huston, appreciate you talking to us, Deputy Director of the Governor's Office of Emergency Services.